Ones of a man killed on the job in Cobb County have filed a wrongful death lawsuit. According to the lawsuit, 44-year-old Amadeo Reyes Barrios was crushed to death last summer while disposing of trees at Tag Grinding Services Incorporated in Marietta. The family says the recycling center failed to enforce proper safety protocols and was negligent in handling heavy machinery. The family's attorney spoke with Atlanta News First, who laid out their demands.
But the main thing that the family wants to do is just make sure that people know that this occurred, that people are held accountable, and that, this really doesn't ever happen again.
Atlanta News First did end up calling Tag Grinding Services to try and get a statement or comment. A man directed our crew to their legal team, but could not provide a name or any contact information, and then hung up.